She's a celebrated Seattle chef and the force behind some of the city's most talked about Filipino flavors through her culinary studio, Calamansi. And today, Chef Jaimee Fuertes Skinner joins us in the kitchen with a dish that's bold, comforting, and perfect for spring. Hello, hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I already smell garlic, so I must know, what are we making today, Chef Jaimee?
So we're gonna do a bistec royale, which is our take on, it's a Filipino comfort food that has rice, steak, and caramelized onions.
Oh.
And today we kind of reimagined it into making it like a garlic fried rice, which is a fan fave, with ingredients from like the Pacific Northwest. We're using local Walla Walla onions, we're using microgreens, and then local steak.
Oh, okay, so how do I get started? The pan is hot.
Okay, so we're first gonna pour your oil.
Okay, this is just like
Perfect.
vegetable oil,
Yes.
olive oil. What do you like to use?
We're using olive oil and vegetable oil.
Okay, and do I wait for this to heat?
Yep, we're gonna wait for that to heat up a little bit.
Okay, and then what all do I have in front of me that's going in it today?
So you have fresh garlic, you have long grain jasmine rice. Then you're gonna be seasoning it with granulated garlic, salt. And you're just gonna mix that until it gets a nice golden brown color.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have the steak over here that you are
I
going
do.
to chop up for
Of course.
someone, asking for a friend, and that friend is me. How do I make it so I don't overcook a steak? Because I'm always worried and wanting it to be medium rare, but
So you really have two options. You can do like a reverse sear, which is, baking it. You can bake it in the oven first till it's the proper temp. Then you can take a pan like this, get it really nice and hot, and then sear it. Then right before service, you kind of have like a very pretty steak.
And while you're chopping that, tell me about how you marinated this, what you did.
So bistec royale is more like soy sauce with calamansi and a little bit of garlic plus vinegar.
Okay.
So this has been marinating for about 12 hours.
12 hours. So
Yes.
that's ideal to
Yes.
take the time to marinate it. It makes all the difference.
It does.
Really?
All the flavors are going to be in there.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes.
Perfectly cooked. That is not a Kelly steak, but we're learning, we're in the process, and we're gonna get there, darn it.
Okay.
Tell us about your culinary studio, too, for someone that hasn't heard of this.
So Calamansi is a pop-up concept. It's not a brick and mortar. It's our way of introducing Filipino food through like the modern lens. So I grew up here in Washington. My parents are kind of my inspiration for cooking. So we grew up with really good food, with parties, and like the heart of our home was always like good Filipino food. But they never really taught us to cook it. So I went through culinary school and kind of applied like my techniques with the Filipino flavors. So Calamansi is kind of like me introducing Filipino culture through my food.
Beautiful, beautifully said. So I
Thank you.
added the garlic because it was looking warm. You said jasmine rice is next.
You're gonna kind of give it a little saute.
Give it a little saute here first.
Good job.
Minute or two with that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what kind of events do you do too at the culinary studio?
So we do immersive pop-up dinners. So we use food as kind of our in to connect food and people. With our last pop-up event, which was Midnight Manila, we had it set in communal tables. We had everybody just, sitting in place. And it kind of just opened up the conversation to their experiences with Filipino food, the Philippines itself, and just, their feeling of their first time being here.
It's such an amazing, intimate
Thank you.
experience. Okay, that
That's
looks
ready.
good. You're like, that's ready, girlfriend. I'm adding in all the
of it.
rice,
Yep.
which looks amazing.
Yep.
And then stirring, and
Yep.
then right away, what do I season it
So
with?
you're gonna go ahead and put some of your granulated garlic.
Is that this guy?
Yes.
See, Chef Jaimee, you're gonna have to let me know. Do I just pinch it with my
Get a good little pinch.
good?
Yeah, maybe like
a little more?
3 or 4 of
Oh,
those.
geez. Okay, big pinches. Don't
Yes.
be shy. I love
Don't be
garlic,
shy.
so
Okay,
I'm
that's
here
enough.
for. Okay, you're garlic. See, I was gonna keep going.
Then you're gonna do 2 of those.
2 of these.
Yes.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
Perfect, and then you're just gonna kind of mix that up.
Mix that up, and then you're chopping the steak, and then we plate it and put the last 2 things. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and we also brought these 2 amazing dishes over here. What is happening? That is art.
So we have one of our popular dishes that we have introduced to our audience, to our guests. It's called the crab fat pasta. It's kind of a delicacy in the Philippines because the way you have to have, or to obtain the crab fat is just the process. But we turn it into a beautiful pasta dish. That looks good.
Oh, a pasta dish.
Yes.
Okay, yum.
So
And then like some skewers.
Yeah,
there.
so that one is a Filipino favorite. It's just your basic, they call it like Filipino barbecue, which is very popular. You'll see a lot of Filipino restaurants, especially like the fast food concept. They'll sell a lot of those.
Okay,
So
and then you're
you.
putting the rice on there.
Yes.
We put that, we have about a minute, so I'm gonna try the noodle dish while you're making that there. And while you're putting that together, how can people find you and learn more too?
So people can find us right now on our Instagram handle, which is Calamansi Kitchen and Bar. That's where we will be introducing all of our, announcing a lot of our pop-up concepts coming up.
Definitely. They can follow along for more.
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
feel your passion. You can see it with the flavors you put in with your food. So what's next? What's the dream here? And then I'm diving in. This is so good.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you
Look at
welcome.
that.
So the dream here is kind of just to educate people on the Filipino culture. I feel like Filipino food, Filipino culture has been, it's kind of like the hit now. You know, there's a lot of different restaurants popping up in all these cool places. And I think it's just, a matter of kind of expressing it in my way.
Absolutely. This, fantastic.
Thank you.
Cooked to perfection.